So here it is, fun part of the job that no one wants to do. Somebody's got to do it. So, been out all day tearing parts off of, don't know what year it is, Porsche 924, really old one. It's been sitting for the better part of 20 years, so parts are a little rusty, but been doing that today, and also Triumph Spitfire took some parts off of that as well. That's what this is. Fun stuff. Look at that rust. Slice you open in a heartbeat. So just gotta wear protection. So we'll get down to it. This is a blinker light, looks like, a running light. Snatch that bad boy out of there with Phillips head. See what kind of critters jump out. It's my favorite part, actually. You never know what's waiting. I've been attacked by pretty much every spider known to man on this property the past 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, however long it's been. My days run together. I really know. It's been a couple of years. But my absolute favorite, more so than black widows or brown recluse, which we have both of those here, are banana spiders. Pretty sure they're harmless, but they look like they come straight from hell. So pretty sure they did. Massive. Like yellow. Have like a yellow back, body. The legs are black and they get real big and gnarly. Ugh. Every time you open a door on one of these cars on this property, I mean, 9 times out of 10. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 times. There's a banana spider waiting on you. That's enough, though. So, not fun. So what we do is we take these parts off these cars and clean them up, post them on old eBay, and sell them. Get rid of them. Especially these old cars, man. It's getting harder and harder to come by OEM parts. So, if you can find them, get your hands on them. Sell them. Post them, whatever. It's a good idea. There's a market for it, trust me. And we're gonna start doing, we've been doing this for a while now, but getting close to, there's a bus right off camera here to the left. And eventually we're gonna start using it to load all these parts up and go to swap meets. I mean, we're doing pretty good with the eBay, but there's always room for expansion or improvement. Just make it go faster, really. So this is a flathead screw that's been in here for probably longer than I've been alive, and it's not wanting to come out, so roll tide to that. That felt great. So, that screw is being a pain in the rear end. So we'll do that later. This is already, where there's nothing really to tear down. It's just the outside of the air filter housing, air filter box, what have you, for the Porsche I'm just gonna clean it up and take some photos of it. I'm assuming there's a better method to what I do when I clean parts. I'm sure there's designated cleaners. I'm sure there's things you're supposed to use in automotive parts. In fact, I know there is. But we don't do that around here because we country folk. We use Windex. We use Windex on everything. And if you disagree with that, well, God bless America. Because I'm going to use it anyways. Oh yeah. Get our good old nasty grease rag. Clean her up. Look at that, man. Looks brand new already. Brand new already. I mean, you almost couldn't tell that's been sitting on a car for, well, the car's been sitting for 20 years on this property. There's no telling how long it sat prior to that. If it ran when it came up here, I have no idea. No clue. No clue if it did or not. So, it could have been sitting for longer than that. I doubt very seriously, though, that the air filter housing has ever been replaced on that car. This is an original OEM part. I have children. They're acting like children right now. Off camera. See, this may be where the Windex comes in. Well, it doesn't come in. Doesn't act as a degreaser. I should probably use a degreaser to get this Earl off of here, but roll with it. Just gonna roll with it. Yeah, I'd say that this car had quite the oil leak. A lot of buildup. Or it could just be a product of its age. But, my God, look at that. You see that? That is all muck and grime, oil, 20 years of build-up, 20 years of build-up prior to it being parked. It's an old car, it's from the 80s or so. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, it's one of those little creepy crawlies I was talking about. Dead now, anyways. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost clean enough you could eat off of it. Matter of fact, I would eat off of it. I would, actually. Never lie about something like that. So, this is a cluster, center cluster, 924. take all these wires off the back of it before we clean it up. And see, when it was in the car, I could have done all this already, but the aforementioned critters were in there, and the faster you can get out, the better. So, get all this off. Junk. Alright. Hit it with some of this Miracle in a Bottle. Oh yeah, man. Shoot, I impress myself sometimes, to be honest with you. Shoot, yeah. Look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Well, almost, anyways. A little web right there. Boom. It's brand new almost. Keep in mind that these are OEM parts. I know you couldn't tell by looking at them. I'm kind of a big deal. Not really. So this is a hose. It goes to the filter housing. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that not good. That's why we don't want the plastic anyways. So this Phillips head. Phillips head. Flathead. Jesus. It's been a long day. Long day. Aha. Throw that in the garbage. It's got some electrical tape on it. No matter. Don't tell anybody if you won't. So we will just pretend like this part never happened. There we go. Sweet. The old Windex. Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, Porsche 924s are not particularly valuable cars in contrast to, say, 942. 924s were basically the poor man's Porsche entry level. So I used to work for several dealerships, and that was when we wanted to make poor people feel good about themselves, or when they wanted to make poor people feel good about themselves, they would say it's the entry level model, whatever car they were talking about, which translates into, no, this is the cheap model for those who either have no money or terrible credit. So if you ever hear anybody say that at any dealership, they're full of crap. So Anyways, that's what the 924 was. But they're still in market out there for parts, especially OEM stuff, like I was saying a second ago. So we'll get down to it and get this stuff listed later on this evening. Get it all cleaned up. Look at that. Look at that. Tell you what. I got descended from, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. To just disregard cracks and crevices. Pain in the neck. Good enough. Now this is gonna be the fun one. So that is, it's a coolant overflow reservoir with part of the filter housing. I'm assuming this is some sort of something to do with the intake. I'm not a Porsche expert. So, see if we can get this thing tore apart. It'll be easier said than done, I'm afraid. Oh yeah. Let's got one bolt holding it on, and it's next to impossible to actually get to. I'm gonna bend this because this reservoir is actually broken.